Hi everyone, this is Liz of Vet Family Farms Horsemanship. Today I'm going to be sharing with you an exercise that you can do to help soften your horse's nose through their shoulder. This is a great exercise for any horse, but especially one if you're having a lot of trouble with forward momentum, or if they're getting very emotional when you're asking them to bridle up and driving them forward into that bit. This is a great exercise to break that down into a couple of simpler steps, help to maintain that forward momentum for the stickier horse, help to control emotions and keep it a little bit less emotional for the more forward or more reactive horse. Specifically, is I'm going to ask her to go forward. And the tempting thing to do here, you'd see her face is so up in the air. And I could ask her to bridle up. I could drive her into my seat like that, but I would much rather break it down a little bit more at this stage so that she gets a true idea that what I'm asking for with my leg right now is forward. So instead, I'm going to keep my outside rein down. I'm going to pick up with my inside rein. I'm going to wait for her to commit to that direction. I'm going to add outside rein and change directions. And did you see there for the briefest moment, she went ahead and relaxed her nose. So again, outside rein down, inside rein, she's drifting. You see why I don't want to go after her head too much at this stage. She's drifting. I'm going to pull a little bit more. Good. She dropped down to a walk, but that's okay. We'll just pick the trot back up again. So life up, legs on, cluck. And then if that doesn't work, just ever so slightly roll the spurs on her side. It's not a jab. Once again, outside rein down. I'm gonna ask her to commit to this direction. There. Inside, what was our outside rein now becomes our inside rein. Important that we keep that forward momentum. Ask her to commit to that turn. There. Outside rein becomes inside rein. And we're just going to keep this up until that nose starts softening a little bit. Outside rein becomes inside rein. Drifting. There she committed. Outside rein becomes, I'm pushing a little bit with my seat. If it looks like I'm bumping on her, it's because I'm trying to use the energy of my seat right now to keep that momentum going so I don't have to use so much leg. Which there it didn't work. She committed to the turn. I missed that a little bit. Have her commit to the turn again. She's drifting. There. She committed. Switch directions. It's really important with this exercise that you keep that outside rein down until they commit to the turn off the inside rein. Drifting, committed. Outside rein, change direction. Do a couple more of those. They're starting to get better. Drifting. Some of this is because she's also not committing to the trot. There it was. Change direction. You've probably noticed by now that she's a lot stiffer on her right side. She committed to the direction, outside rein. She's a lot stiffer on her right side. And that's okay. Many horses favor one side over the other. There it is. Little improvements. Very nice. Little improvements to soften that rib cage. I'm also not at this stage. I could soften the rib cage by applying more inside leg, But that's not really the point of this exercise. So there she's getting pretty hot, but I'm going to stick with it. And I'm going to say, you're committing to the turn. Now I'm going to hold it until you soften. Keeping in mind that if I don't get what I'm looking for after about 3 to 5 seconds, I'm going to change my standard to something a little bit more achievable. Whether that's saying, yes, you can drop down to a walk in between, whether it's saying that I'm going to look for less bend, that you drift it out less rather than fully committing to the turn. Maybe you just drift it out less. Or even if we need to, we could bring it back to a walk. So there, even though she's not committing to the turn as much on the right side, that was a lot more than what we were getting offered before. That's nice. That was really nice. Let's see what we can get her to offer us on this side. Better, better. Whoa, good. Give her a break. That was good. She tried really hard there.